coming upon the Yom Tov of Shavuos, a time when we focus on how Hashem gave us the Torah and separated us from the other nations, gave us something unique which would give us unique connectedness to Him, unique meaning in life, unique purpose in life, that we could hopefully connect to Hashem and connect to His Torah and connect to His Mitzvos and have a whole different type of existence in this world and the next. So Shavuos is a time when we really try to focus on Torah, try to plug into Torah, try to connect to HaKadosh Baruch Hu through His Torah. I wanted to share with you an idea in the Sefer Maalos HaTorah, which made a tremendous impression on me. I think I've alluded to parts of it on this forum before, but it bears repeating. It's really about how everything is everything in Torah and Mitzvos. People that, like I once gave a Dvar Torah about Bikurim, and I explained to Chazal how Bikurim, how the world could be created for Bikurim, that Mitzvos Chashivas, how the world was created for Talmud Torah. Alto talks about how the world was created for Chesed, how in a certain sense, everything really has that depth of meaning and that depth of connectedness to the whole Torah and the whole Mitzvahs. And people have asked me, well, okay, what's the main thing? What is everything? I feel like this Sefer has given me a perspective on it, and I wanted to share with you. So the Maalos HaTorah, written by Rav Avram, the brother of the Gra, so he talks about, there's a mission at the end of Makos, famous Mishnah, V'chananya ben Akasha Omer, Rotza Kadosh Baruch Hu Azakos Es Yisrael, V'fikach Hirbohem Torah Mitzvos. Hashem wanted to give schus to Klal Yisrael, therefore He gave us Torah, so much Torah and Mitzvos. So he asks the question, how does that make sense? The opposite. If you want to make it easy for us to be Mekayim, Torah, Mitzvahs, give us a lot of schus. Give me 3 Mitzvahs, give me 5 Psukim, I'll do that. I'll be in good shape. You give me hundreds of Mitzvahs, hundreds of Svarim. How is that a schus for me to have so much to tackle? So he explains it, that we have a concept also in the end of Makos, Taryag Mitzvos Nitztavu Yitzral, as it says, Torah Tzivu and Moshe, that we have a concept that there are 613 mitzvahs. But if you study the Torah, you realize that there are not only 613 mitzvahs. Just as an example, the Ramban, other Svarim, they argue about how to count the 613. Just as an example, when it comes to the Karbanos, you'll have the Rambam saying this is all one mitzvah, and the Ramban saying no, every aspect of the Karban, the Shechita, the Zrika, the Kabbalah, the different things you do with the blood, that those are all different mitzvahs, and the Ramban counts them all as one mitzvah. Obviously, the Rambam agrees with the Ramban that doing each part is a mitzvah. It just doesn't seem to be one of the 613. Say from Maalos HaTorah himself, when the Rambam codifies the mitzvah of Talmud Torah, he codifies it under the pasuk of V'shinantam levanecha, teaching your children. But the Sefer Maalos HaTorah points out just V'dibarta bam, V'shivtecha b'veisecha, V'ulechtecha v'derech, V'ushachtecha v'kumecha. Right there, you have 7 different mitzvahs to learn Torah. So what's this concept of Taryag mitzvahs? There are clearly many more than 613 mitzvahs. So he asked his brother, the Vilna Gaon. The Vilna Gaon explained that if you say there are only 613 mitzvahs, if you say from Parshas Bereshis until Parshas Bo that there are only 3 mitzvahs, obviously it can't be correct. Rather, every word of Torah is a mitzvah. And really, the amount of mitzvahs are endless. A person who's plugged into the Torah and mitzvahs properly can really live b'chol derech hadeyu. He can really be doing mitzvahs and involved in avodas Hashem when he goes to sleep, when he eats a meal. Everything can be done with the kavanah that he's doing it for mitzvahs and be transformed into a mitzvah. And that's what it says in Talmud. Most things I see a boundary, but the mitzvahs seem to be boundaryless. But Taryag, the concept is the roots, but they have many branches. The Rishonim really arguing about which ones are the roots and which ones are the branches. He says the concept, Eitz Chaim hi v'machazikim ba. The Torah is a tree of life. And really, within every word of Torah contains all the Torah and all the mitzvos, the kolim, the pratim, the dikdukim. They're all contained within every word of Torah. And the Torah is compared to a tree. Just like a tree of a fruit tree. It has a root, it has many branches. Each branches have the tributes, each one have the twigs with the fruits on them, with many fruits on them. You have an apple tree with I don't know how many trees, let's say 50 apples, probably 100 apples. And each fruit has many seeds. Each seed has the power to grow another full tree with many branches and tributes and many fruits that have many seeds which can grow whole new trees. So it comes out within, he says, the philosophers talk about this idea that within every fruit tree is contained endless potential, infinite amounts of fruits. So too, the words of Torah and mitzvos. Each word of Torah, each mitzvah contains all the mitzvos and all the words of Torah within it. And that's the concept of Lefikach Hir Bohem Torah u'mitzvos. Because Hashem has given us so many ways to connect His Torah, to connect His mitzvahs. If a person has all these different opportunities, maybe he doesn't connect to one thing, but he can find another thing that he can connect to. If he gets deep into it, if he plugs into it, it can connect him to all the Torah and to all the mitzvahs. And this idea that a person could be involved in, this is here by Torah mitzvahs, to give tzuchas and mekayos, because a person can constantly be involved in Torah, constantly be involved in mitzvahs. A person can find mitzvahs every moment of the day. If he eats l'shem mitzvah, he exercises l'shem mitzvah, he works l'shem mitzvah, he can make everything into ways to connect to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. So to me, that concept of just a God-focused life is something which I think can be very transformative. To me, it also gave me a perspective on this idea of everything being able to plug you into everything, this idea that we have that, I'll articulate it this way. I once saw in Rabbi Tatz's Anatomy of a Search, fantastic book, that they used to go to a certain Olam Gadol in Eretz Yisrael, and he would ask them, what do you want to talk about tonight? And this person, Friday night awning, this person would say, I want to hear about the Lev Yasam. This guy says, I want to hear about Hilchos Erev Tavshila. And this person says, I want to hear about, Gezela. He'd take all the topics, he'd interweave them all into one drasha, and he'd say over something which tapped into the panemius of all of them. And I wonder, how are you able to do that? They say over a famous story with Rav Yisrael Salanter that he was supposed to give a drasha in a community, and so some people, they were upset about certain things about him and his movement, and therefore they went and they took down the Mar Makom sheet. They ran and they put up another one. Take a Rambam here in Hilchos Meila, take a Ketzos over here, take a Gemara here about pay, take a bunch of things that have zero to do with each other and put them on the paper. Let him come, let him be embarrassed. So he took a look at the paper, he thought about it for 30 seconds, got up, gave a drasha that tied everything together and made everything connected. And they say the 30 seconds was because he needed 30 seconds to prepare the drasha. It was because he was thinking about his midos. When the story comes out, is it going to lead to gaiva? So I wonder, how did he do that? So I think this Maalos HaTorah is the key, that on a deeper level, everything is connected. On a deeper level, everything can plug us into all aspects of Torah. And the person, when he opens a like Erev Tavshun, he starts getting into the kishkas of it. It starts plugging him into Hilchos Shabbos and Hilchos Mamanis, and it starts tying together, and you get deeper and deeper into the minimius of it, and it ties into everything in the Torah. And I think this idea of being able to plug into the depths of the lumdus of the Torah is a very important thing. It's really what is our main connection to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. What bonds us with HaKadosh Baruch Hu is our relationship with His Torah. Shavuos is really an opportune time. I can't speak for everybody, but many of us learn more in a Bekiah style. Shavuos is really an opportunity when we have a few extra hours. We can really try to find a way to connect to pick an area that speaks to us and try to really plug in a little more to the Iyun HaTorah, to the depths of the Torah. Just as an example, I think there are so many areas of Torah we haven't thought about, and they could really be eye-opening. Just as an example, there's a basic area of hezek, to damage somebody. And the Torah tells us the damages, how we pay for them. But does the Torah say any place that it's usher to take a bat and break somebody's car? It says that it's usher to break somebody's head. Does it say it's usher to break somebody's car? What is the usher to damage? Is it gezela? Sounds like gezela needs a kinyan. It's probably not gezela. What is the usher to damage? And why isn't there a pasuk in the Torah that tells us it's usher to damage? Many topics like this we could just get into, find this fun, that talk about it, and explore them. And Amir Hashem, tap into the panemius of Torah, tap into the relationship that a person can have with HaKadosh Baruch Hu, the meaning one can have in life through the Torah. May Hashem give us siyata d'shmaya to be able to do this on Shavuos and use it as a springboard for the rest of the year. I wish you a meaningful Shavuos. May it be a transformative and growth-filled Yom Tov for all of us.